Now at 9, a new head coach. See who's going to lead UNLV's football team.
And our students are hitting the big screen. We talk with one student about being on an episode of an Amazon Prime show.
And a senior send-off. We hear from our soon-to-be alumni about their finals on campus.
Now, news that matters to you on campus and beyond. Live. You're watching Studio G.
Thank you for joining us on Studio G. My name is Anna Saya.
And I'm Lena Atu. We're starting with UNLV's newest head football coach.
The moment that I knew that this job was open, I knew that I wanted it. And I wanted it for a number of reasons because of opportunities. I watched film from last year and saw you guys play. Okay, the way that we're going to take this program and then go and compete and win championships, it starts with this core group. You guys understand that? Okay, it starts right here.
Odom was appointed UNLV's football head coach yesterday. Odom comes from Arkansas, where he served as their defense coordinator and was a previous head coach at the University of Missouri, having a 25-25 record. In 2015, Missouri's defense ranked in the top 10 for the first time in their history, with Odom as their lead. His introductory press conference is today at 10 a.m. at the Richard Tam Alumni Center.
One Clark County commissioners officially voted to ban the retail sale of common pets. The amended ordinance unanimously voted and passed Tuesday to ban the sale of dogs, cats, rabbits, and pot-bellied pigs. This action will help reduce puppy mills and overcrowding shelters so that retailers can provide a safer space for adoptions. A one-year grace will be offered to licensed businesses with a grant program proposed by the commissioner to help with this transition.
And from one Clark County official to another, Clark County's top election official retires, leaving commissioners to select a new successor. Joe Gloria stepped down as the Registrar of Voters after 28 years and is taking his skills to the National Association of Election Officials. Being the largest county in the state, the Registrar of Voters leads the top nonpartisan election position in Nevada. The county manager will identify qualified candidates and vote for their top choice early next year.
Georgia finally has their senator after their midterm Senate race went into a runoff, a month after midterm polling locations closed. Democrat Raphael Warnock was announced as the winner last night, winning the runoff with 51% of the votes over Republican Herschel Walker. Both candidates took the podium last night following the announcement. Here is what each had to say.
It is my honor to utter the four most powerful words ever spoken in a democracy. The people have spoken.
And a story that broke nationally, a local sheriff says a contracted FedEx driver confessed to killing a 7-year-old girl.
The crime was shaken the small community of Paradise, Texas. CNN reporter Jen Sullivan breaks down the details of the case.
A community in Texas rocked by the killing of a 7-year-old girl.
It hurts our hearts to know that that child died.
Athena Strand went missing this past Wednesday. She was last seen in the driveway of her home in Paradise, Texas, which is about 40 miles northwest of Fort Worth. 2 days later, authorities found her body.
This community does not like losing our children.
Police have arrested 31-year-old Tanner Lynn Horner. He was charged with capital murder and aggravated kidnapping. Wise County Sheriff Lane Aiken said Horner confessed, but a possible motive is still unknown. Authorities say he's a contracted FedEx driver who had made a delivery at the girl's home at the time she disappeared. FedEx releasing a statement saying words cannot express our shock and sorrow surrounding this tragic event. Athena's mom posting a heart-wrenching message on Facebook saying, "My princess was taken from me from a sick, cruel monster for absolutely no reason. Athena is innocent, beautiful, kind, intelligent, and just the brightest, happiest soul you could ever meet."
Throughout Texas were asked to wear pink as a tribute to Athena Strand as the community begins the mourning process. And now let's take a quick look at weather with Jade.
Thank you, Anna. And yes, today we're going back to our Mauna Loa updates. As our Lady Rebels headed out to Hawaii, they are playing Hilo first, which is very close to Mauna Loa. And this is what they saw, an actual photo from, or an actual video from their story. So it just puts in perspective how real and how awful it is. But we wish our Lady Rebels safe travels and good luck. And officials are saying that our Vegas winter is going to be hotter than usual, but also wetter than usual. We'll have more for you later. Guys, back to you at the desk.
Thank you so much for that, Jade. Today marks the 81st anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. More than 1,100 people were injured in the attack, leading to Congress to declare war with Japan the next day. Now, December 7th is known as National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, where American flags will be shown at half-staff to honor of the anniversary.
In the midst of the holiday season, USPS released deadline send-by dates for expected package arrivals by Christmas. The dates give information about when you have to ship your holiday packages by, for them to be delivered on time by Christmas. December 23rd is the deadline to ship out packages using priority mail if you want them there by the 25th. For more information, it can be found on the USPS website.
And from holiday season to graduation season, see how one graduate's timeless journey to walking the stage next.
This is CJ, CEO of CJ's Produce. I'm the muscle, she's the brains.
It works.
My great-grandfather acquired Brantley Estates in the early 1950s. Mama Tia is my grandmother. She was actually the first in the family to get vaccinated. I was afraid. I came up with every excuse. My grandmother got her shot. I saw how strong she was. Why can't I? CJ needs his father to show him how to become a man. So I am fully vaccinated. I have somebody counting on me, so we made the leap.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
It's been an interesting 24 hours in sports. Let's begin with what's been going on our teams in Vegas.
Hey Runnin' Rebel fans, I want to encourage everybody to wear Runnin' Rebel Red this Wednesday as we play our first ever game in Henderson at the Dollar Loan Center against Hawaii that night. So again, everybody wear Runnin' Rebel Red all day Wednesday before our game at Dollar Loan Center in Henderson Wednesday night.
Rebels, wear your Runnin' Rebel Red as they take on the University of Hawaii, looking to extend their unbeaten run this season. With a win, the Runnin' Rebels would improve their record to 9-0.
The Lady Rebels will play in Hawaii in their first game of a two-game slate in the Aloha State as they take on Hawaii Hilo. The Lady Rebels are looking to bounce back from their shock defeat against the University of Pacific, which was their first loss of the season. The game tips at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And now let's turn our attention to the ice with the Golden Knights. Some good news to begin with. Paul Cotter was named one of the NHL Star of the Week after contributing 2 goals and 2 points in 5 games. The VGK returned to T-Mobile against the New York Rangers, riding a high off the shootout win over the Boston Bruins on Monday. This is the 3rd time the teams have met this season. Puck drop is at 7 p.m.
Lastly, World Cup action continued yesterday as Morocco continued their surprising run in the World Cup with a win over Spain on penalty kicks. The game ended 0-0 after regulation and extra time. Spain missed all of their penalty kicks while Morocco scored the 3 penalties they needed to win the shootout. Morocco will take on Portugal on Saturday at 7 a.m. after Portugal picked up an easy 6-1 victory over Switzerland yesterday. The biggest story from this one was Cristiano Ronaldo being benched by Portugal, and in his place, Gonçalo Ramos scored a hat-trick. The quarterfinals of the World Cup begin on Friday when Croatia takes on Brazil while the Netherlands play against Argentina.
And swinging from Qatar to the Lynx. Golf course goes green. Anthem Country Club has replaced all 18 greens and fairways to save water. It is set to save 30 million gallons of water per year due to the new changes in the way the grass is used. This comes after the Southern Nevada Water Authority requiring golf courses like Anthem to reduce their budget by 2024.
And now, this is Studio G weather.
And today is going to be another nice day, but it's not going to reach the temperature it reached yesterday. It's going to be a little colder today. And for our evening planner, we have temperatures that are going to drop in the 40s, so they are dropping at a rapid speed, so it's not going to touch the 60s like it did yesterday, unfortunately. And then the temperatures across the valley are similar to each other, about high 40s, low 51s. Those are going to rise just a little bit, but like I said, not going to touch the 60s. And for a 7-day, we have temperatures that are very consistent throughout the week going into next week, but we do have some chances of rain as we head into the next week, so we'll keep an eye on that. That's all we have for your weather and your 7-day. Guys, back to you at the desk.
Thank you for that, Jade. And not only is it holiday season, but it's also graduation season. A 90-year-old great-grandmother who left college in the 1950s but returned more than half a century later is now about to graduate. CNN reporter Karen Jordan has her inspiring story.
In just a few days, Joyce DeFau will finally wear her cap and gown and officially cross the stage at Northern Illinois University, a journey that began in 1951. This was her college ID.
I went 3.5 years and then I quit. In the meantime, I met this certain gentleman that stole my heart and my eye, and we decided to get married.
Joyce grew up in a small farming community outside the Quad Cities, going to grade school in a one-room schoolhouse. A few years after dropping out of college to get married, Joyce's life took another turn.
We had 3 children, and then he passed away, and I was widowed 5 years.
Joyce eventually remarried and had 6 more children. That college diploma seemed further away.
I was just busy with the family from, I would say, 55 until, that's when I married, until 2019.
Now a grandmother of 17, Joyce says while she didn't think much about returning to college, it was always a wish.
I guess I told my children, I wish I'd have finished, way back when instead of, and they said, well, what's stopping you now? Some of the children suggested that, and I thought, well, nothing, I guess.
So with the help of her adult children, Joyce, who was no longer driving, began taking classes using a computer, she says, for the first time.
I did not have one. I never knew how to use one, but we got one. They got one for me, and that's how I went to class.
In 4 years of taking classes, Joyce was on campus only once when NIU honored students doing well after the first semester. And now she will return in person to finish the journey that began nearly 70 years ago with this message for others like her younger self.
Don't give up. Even if you do quit, go back. Just hang in there. Keep learning. Keep giving thanks. It's there for you. Just go for it.
I'm glad to see a more diverse group of graduates, especially because the beautiful thing about college is you can always go back. There is no age restriction, so I'm really happy to see her do that.
Yeah, I'm really inspired by her story, honestly. I wonder what got her back into college, what inspired her to really take that step, because that step is not easy to go back, especially when you're 90 years old. So I'm really curious to see what inspired her.
Right?
Yep. But before we talk about graduating, we have to talk about finals. With finals just a week around the corner, you can take a break to enjoy being a kid again. I'm a Big Rebel Now will be hosted by the Rebel Events Board today from 11 to 2 p.m. in the PETA Plaza. Music, face painting, coloring books, and snacks will be available. This event is free for all UNLV students. For more information, visit the Instagram at REBUNLV. And juggling college can be difficult. We sit down with one UNLV student to see how she's been helping on the big screen.
Hi. Can I get the Now Bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a Now Bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a Now Bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going?
Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground! Out of your car right, get down! Come on, over your head!
I grew up sitting on the pharmacy counter reading the Wall Street Journal. I didn't become a pharmacist. I married one.
It was a while before we could roll out the vaccines.
The person first on the wait list never got to take the vaccine. He wound up contracting COVID and passed away. It is frustrating when I see people spreading misinformation. We make sure that people have accurate information so they make their own decision. We share life together. We're all a family.
Do you want to meet a family with a transgender kid? Here we are. Max loves to do backflips. Max loves to play his ukulele. Max loves to just be a kid and just be himself. When I found out I was pregnant, all I really wanted was a happy, healthy, whole child. And that's what I got. I think it's really important for people to know that trans kids don't have a political agenda. They are just kids. Like any parent, we love our kids unconditionally, and we will never stop fighting for them. Stand with us. Protect our families.
The College Tour, hosted by Alex Boylan, gives students an accessible deep dive into different universities and what they have to offer. From campus life to housing, sports, facilities, and more, the tour makes its next stop here at UNLV this fall. 20 students from different majors have all been chosen to showcase what UNLV has to offer. I'm joined by one UNLV student, Caitlin Bustamante. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here, Lena.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with the College Tour?
So UNLV and the College Tour team released an open casting call where they were asking students to submit a 2-minute audition video. And as someone that's really involved on UNLV's campus, as a journalism and media major, I'm a student reporter for University Speaks. I work for UNLV-TV and I'm in Rebel Media Group. And beyond that, I'm an intern at Las Vegas Now. And besides journalism media, I also serve as a social coordinator for the Filipino American Student Association. And I acted in a play for UNLV's Second Stage, the student-run theater company. So being involved in all of these facets of campus, it piqued my interest in auditioning for this show and telling my story. So I just submitted the 2-minute audition tape and I thankfully got cast.
Yeah, how was it when you got the call that you were going to be a part of the show?
So it was actually a funny story. I was writing a story for my advanced reporting class on the College Tour, doing a feature episode on UNLV. And when I was interviewing UNLV's director of marketing, at the end of the interview, she told me, "Oh, I'm going to send you an email later today to let you know that you've been cast." So it was a really fun surprise.
Yeah. So how's the experience been like so far?
It's been super fun. You know, yesterday, the College Tour team filmed my segment and I was able to bring along a few friends, and it's definitely something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, because it's been fun to like work with the College Tour team. They've been super understanding of the fact that we're all college students and we have other stuff going on, but at the same time they've been really accommodating when I wanted to make script changes, like on the spot filming. And I'm glad that I've been able to showcase like the journalism facilities and all the opportunities that we have to offer here at UNLV.
Yeah, and how do you see the College Tour affecting UNLV as a whole?
So I know that the goal of the College Tour is, at least UNLV's episode, we want to potentially make prospective students interested in attending our institution. And as a Las Vegas local, when I was deciding where I wanted to attend college, UNLV definitely, it was not my first choice because I grew up here and I wanted to experience something new. But I hope that like Las Vegas locals in particular can look at this resource and see that even though you may be a Las Vegas local, there are so many exciting things to partake and you can have a college experience here in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to talk to you about it.
Thank you, Lena.
Yeah. You can watch the College Tour in summer of 2023 on Amazon Prime. We'll be right back on Studio G.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Seniors are getting ready to walk across the Thomas and Mack stage. With only a couple of days left on campus, we sent Jade Thomas to get their final thoughts before becoming alumni.
I didn't ask a question yet. Okay. What are you looking forward to the most after college?
I think just kind of figuring out where life is going to take me. You know, getting your diploma is one thing, but there's so much left to do.
Right now, I don't think I'm really looking forward to anything really, because I mean, it's the start of the real world, so I'm kind of enjoying my time right now with no responsibilities, so I'm not really looking forward to that, but I would say probably just excited though for what the future holds and maybe like what job I have in the future.
What was your favorite part about college?
Oh man, my favorite part about college is probably getting A's. It was probably the best part when that happens. Yeah.
Honestly, the people, every time I could help somebody out with editing or anything at all, just to grow my strength with the other people and see them grow and see me grow, that was my favorite part.
What was your funniest moment throughout college?
Funniest moment throughout college? All right, so check this, right? I went to go see Elton John. He was performing at Allegiant Stadium about a month or two ago. I got so excited that when I was packing up my car, I left my backpack in the parking lot. So much so that when I left, came back, didn't realize it was gone, so I already got home, came home, found a homeless person running off with it.
I remember one time I took an exam, and I remember the exam was so hard, and I remember crying after the exam, but the teacher didn't count it for a grade.
Do you know what you got?
I don't know, she didn't grade it, but yeah, that was my funniest moment.
Now that you're a senior, what would you tell your freshman self?
I would definitely tell my freshman self to believe in myself. I think there's many moments where you kind of just fail a test or you don't do something as good as you want to, but just humble yourself, take every day the next day is a different day.
Just gotta stick to it, and just gotta enjoy what you're doing and try to make the best of everything that you're doing, because sometimes it gets really, really hard to be a student, for sure. So.
What advice would you give to your freshman self?
Oh, me? I don't know. Probably just to try everything.
Okay.
I'm glad. I mean, I took that advice, to be honest. But I really wish I just would have done a bit more, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's been crazy.
Yeah,
for my time
especially
here.
that you're graduating this semester.
Yeah.
So
it's been an uphill journey, to be honest with you, because I didn't even want to do this.
Really?
In general, I was actually a print concentration.
Okay.
For the very first year or so, and then I was like, I'll give the production thing a try. We'll see what happens. But now I'm super happy. But you graduate next semester, right?
I do graduate next semester, so
oh my gosh.
I'm super excited for that too.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So I mean, we're taking a live shot right now at Fremont, and that's exactly where I'm going to be celebrating my graduation.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going down to the bars. We're gonna have a good time there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can see the White Castle. That's my go-to stop whenever after you have some drinks, you get a burger.
Yeah, I turned 21 this weekend, so I'm excited to hit Fremont as well. It's gonna be a really great time.
What bars are you planning on going to?
Oh, my old manager at one of the places I used to work at owns a bar in downtown called Red Dwarf. So I'm really
Oh.
excited to go see it. Apparently they have like Detroit-style pizza. I'm really excited. And like
Oh.
some specialty cocktails. It's gonna be fun.
Well, I'll share a drink with you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Studio G.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow for some more news.